The 2021 Tour de France is now in full swing, and what a race it's been so far. It also means a chance to ogle at what bikes some of the fastest riders in the world are currently racing. So sit back and enjoy our top 5 bikes of the Tour de France. If you think our picks are wrong, then please let us know in the comments. And finally, don't forget to like and subscribe. The Tour de France is without doubt the most important race in cycling. So it stands to reason that bike brands use the opportunity to release their latest and greatest high-performance machine. Not once to miss out on the party, Pinarello unveiled their Dogma F just before the start of the 2021 Tour. On first impressions, it doesn't look too different, with those unmistakable Pinarello lines and chunky tube shapes. Look a little closer, however, and there's plenty to talk about. As you'd expect, it's got lighter, stiffer and more aero, with a disc frame kit, that's the frame, fork, seat post and cockpit, claimed to save 256 grams over the outgoing Dogma F12. It also accepts 28mm tyres, so just about bang on trend when it comes to wider rubber. If you want to run old-timey cable actuated gears on your Dogma F, you'll be sorely disappointed as this puppy is electronic group sets only. However, it's not all bad news for you retro aficionados, as the F will be available with brakes that are actuated via small rubber pads coming into contact with the surface of the rim. Apparently, these were all the rage just a short while ago. Jokes aside, expect to see the rim-braked Dogma F being ridden by pro cycling powerhouse Team Ineos Grenadiers at the Tour this year. Oh, and if you want one for yourself, a frame set will cost you £5,400 and complete bikes start at £11,000. We'll just let that sink in for a minute. If a team knows a rider might take the yellow jersey during the opening stages of the tour, then chances are they'll ask their bike sponsor to paint them a yellow bike, just in case it's needed. Now, for many brands this may be a considered gamble. But if you had a nice chap called Mathieu riding your bikes, then we suspect you'd fancy your chances. Yep, we're talking about Alpecin Fenix's rider Mathieu van der Poel and his Canyon Aeroad CFR. The cycling phenomenon took the yellow jersey on stage 2 of the tour, and so he got to use the yellow bike we presume had been made well in advance. The Aeroad was updated in 2020, and despite some early issues with the proprietary handlebars, it's proven popular ever since. Alpecin Fenix are sponsored by Shimano, so it comes with their electronic Dura-Ace Di2 group set and C65 carbon wheels. In a time when many brands are releasing bikes which are claimed to be equal parts aero and climbing light, it's interesting to note that Canyon bills the Aeroad as a go-fast, win-cheating machine above all else. So, who knows, we may see the Alpecin Fenix team switching to Canyon's climbing bike, the Ultimate, by the time the race hits the mountains. As we always say, we know there would be commenter Armageddon if we failed to include a Specialized in our top 5 lists. So, to avoid disappointment, feast your eyes upon the Specialized Tarmac SL7. The Tarmac SL7 is so popular that it's ridden not by one, but 2 World Tour teams, in the form of Deceuninck Quick-Step and Bora-Hansgrohe. Those teams have some of the best riders in the world, so it comes as no surprise that at the time of writing, the Tarmac has already won a couple of stages. And while Julian Alaphilippe's Stage 1 win would no doubt be popular amongst the home fans, it's been Mark Cavendish's comeback wins on stages 4 and 6 that have really got the cycling world talking. Both Deceuninck Quick-Step and Bora-Hansgrohe are sponsored by Shimano, so once again we have a Shimano Dura-Ace Di2 group set. Specialized subsidiary brand Roval takes care of the tyres and wheels for both teams, and it's worth mentioning that they are also predominantly using clinchers rather than tubulars. Surprised? Let us know what you think about tubulars in the comments. The Tarmac SL7 is billed as a kind of one bike to rule them all, so expect to see riders using it for both the sprint and mountain stages throughout the tour. Tadej Pogačar was somewhat of a surprising winner of the 2020 Tour de France, but this year he's the marked man that everyone wants to beat. He's defending his title aboard a Colnago V3Rs, which is the Italian brand's do-it-all race bike. As you can see, it's a little different to the other bikes in this list, as it's the only one to be using Campagnolo's 12-speed Super Record EPS electronic group set. Elsewhere, we have a very fancy power meter from SRM, a deader cockpit and a Pro logo saddle. It also uses Campagnolo wheels in the shape of their Bora Ultra WTO disc brake wheels, which are set up with Vittoria tubular tyres. Tadej won the 2020 Tour on a rim brake equipped bike, but since then has been seen more frequently on a disc equipped Colnago. We've heard rumours that he may use the rim brake model for higher mountains, but apart from that, it'll be discs all the way. So correct us if we're wrong, but 2021 could be the first year the Tour de France is won on a disc equipped bike. What a time to be alive. Our last pick features a newbie of the World Tour peloton, and it's not a bike or a rider. Any guesses? It's the wheels. For 2021, newly named Team Quebecer Next Hash are riding wheels from UK brand Hunt, a relatively new name in the world of bicycle wheels. Elsewhere, their BMC Teammachine SLR is shod with, who'd guessed it, Shimano Dura Ace Di2. However, the bike forgoes the usual Shimano crank, instead opting for one by Rota. Rota are well known for their cranks, power meters and oval chainrings, and the Quebecer Next Hash riders will have a variety of choices from the Spanish brand. However, from previous experience, we've seen most riders opting for standard round chainrings instead of Q-rings. It also features the high-end but ever so expensive oversized pulley wheel system from Ceramic Speed, which is claimed to make your drivetrain more efficient by reducing friction. The Teammachine SLR is another do-it-all race bike, so we suspect you'll be seeing it in both the sprint and the mountains during the 2021 Tour. So there's our list. Did we get it right, or should we have picked something else? As always, let us know in the comments. Also, if you're interested in more of BikeRadar's Tour de France coverage, why don't you head over to Spotify or iTunes and search for the BikeRadar Podcast. We run podcasts every Monday throughout the year, but we're running extra special podcasts throughout the tour, with plenty of news, views and commentary on this year's race. Finally, don't forget to like, subscribe and click the little bell icon so you get notified every time we upload a new video.